Welcome back to the channel, everybody. In this video, we're going to tell you about our very first mini tour.
Yeah.
And we decided that we wanted to go to North Yorkshire and
Yep.
just do a bit of a run, because if you're new to the channel, I'm Andy, this is Claire, and we are new to biking.
Yeah.
We've been doing it about a year, so as confidence levels are growing. Claire is very interested in the Pillion side.
Love being sat here at the back.
Whereas I'd like to be upfront on this. Now, you might notice that we've got a new beast in the shed. So basically, we get a lot of support from our local dealership, Via Moto, and they are Yamaha dealers. They've took it on not too long ago, have they? And they've got the full lineup of Yamaha bikes. And this is one of their demonstrators. It's a Yamaha Tracer 9 GT. So it's a bit of a monster bike, and when you put it in this shed compared to the Royal Enfield 350 Classic, you can see just how big it is. It's bigger than the Versys, actually.
Yeah, substantially, I think.
Yeah.
Wider as well.
It is wider. So the idea was that we were going to go and do a tour of North Yorkshire and see how we got on with this, it's arguably one of the most technologically advanced bikes that there is. Obviously, a lot of people like BMW GS's and all that type of thing, but this is Yamaha's midweight Grand Tourer. Yes, it's got a CP3 engine in it. It's a 3-cylinder and it's nice and smooth. But this is our story about what happened, really. If you want to know what the bike's like to ride solo, then I'm going to do a video that'll be coming up shortly, and I'll give you my thoughts of that. But this is purely about what it's been like for us doing a mini tour. So we picked it up on a Saturday afternoon, didn't we? And we got a few locations that we wanted to get to. If you want to see where we got to on those locations, you can look at our sister channel, which is St. Christopher of Atlantis, and that shows you the places that we visit, because that's really what that channel's about. But okay, first impressions, Claire, what did you think?
Love it. I think it looks great. It looks beefy, very, like a very slick bike.
Yeah, I think it looks like a jet ski.
Yeah, I like the colour.
I love the colour.
And just to see, when I first saw it, I thought, oh gosh, that's a much more modern version of your Versys. Yeah.
So when we set off, we had to get somewhere to check in. So we decided that we're going to do the A1.
We did, yeah.
And you've never been on a motorway
I've never been on a motorway as Pillion before. No, I haven't.
How did you find it?
It was a windy one.
Yeah, it was quite windy, weren't it?
It was a windy afternoon. Yes.
So with Claire being on the back, I have to be ultra careful, and you don't like high speeds or any of that stuff.
Don't like to go too fast.
Did it feel really windy?
It did feel windy a little bit, yes. It did a little bit, yeah. It was a windy day, wasn't it?
Were you comfortable?
I was comfortable. I had one issue.
What's that?
Do you want me to tell you about the issue that I had?
Yeah, I think so.
It was sat here, and I've been on other bikes, like the Versys, the Royal Enfield, and I've never felt wind quite like it go into my helmet.
Oh no, wind in your helmet's got to be one of the worst
Awful
things.
situation.
Right.
A new feeling. So at first I thought, oh goodness, I thought the bike was going really, really fast, but I know in hindsight it wasn't. It was just the wind force, I think, going into the helmet.
Yeah.
And kind of like knocking my head, and it sounds a bit like crazy, but that is what happened. Uncomfortable.
Okay.
Yeah, didn't like it too much.
Ooh. Now they're not cheap bikes, these.
No.
I think top spec one's about 17 grand.
Well, I thought, oh, Claire, it must be the way you sat, it must be what you're doing. You've never been on the A1 before, maybe this is normal.
But just to give some context, if you've not watched the other videos, you are used to riding Pillion on a Kawasaki Versys 650 2010.
Yeah.
And I've put a little screen at the front of that because I had quite bad buffeting off that. And then you're on a Royal Enfield Classic 350.
Totally different experience, because we can't really go too fast on that.
No.
And I'm quite low down. I'm not higher up than you on that. I'm lower down. I think you're taking the wind really for me. Thank you for that. But on this, maybe it's because I'm higher up too. I don't know about that. Although I can't see over your head. But anyway, I'm getting wind. It must be coming in off the top of you. Yeah. Down into me, and it's kind of venting up into my helmet.
Because what's interesting from my point of view about this bike is it's the only bike I've ridden where I don't get buffeting on my helmet.
Yeah.
So it looks like what's happening is that I'm perfectly cocooned in a nice little bubble of still air, and you're getting the backlash of that.
Yeah, I think
that's what's happening.
Yeah, I think it is.
Obviously, I'm not a normal case because I'm 6'4", so I sit quite high up. This screen I had right up on the top.
On its highest level?
On the highest thing. I mean, one of the things about this bike, I'll just put it on.
So how many levels has it got?
Infinite. So look at this beautiful screen that we've got. But if you get the menu up, and then you've got all these different options. Grip warmer, that's something else that you didn't have. That were very comfortable for me.
Yeah, you've got warm hands, hadn't you?
Yeah, I felt a bit bad actually.
Yeah, it was particularly windy with cold hands.
But if you look at this, you can move this. I'm at the highest setting. If you just want to point the camera just up a little bit, up onto the windscreen.
Oh, okay.
And you'll see, can you see?
Yeah, it's going down.
So, and you can do that while you're riding. So if I'm down here at that, I've got terrible buffeting.
Okay.
But if I move it up, right to the top,
I see.
Perfect for me.
We did move this, didn't we? And it didn't make much difference to me at all.
No, unfortunately. So anyway, that was one thing. And you found it a bit uncomfortable, didn't you?
It wasn't comfortable. Bit of a shame, really. Yeah.
What about your overall seating position then?
Very comfortable on the seat. At first, I thought it was quite hard, but actually, it's quite forgiving.
I think that about this seat. It feels really hard. And when you get on it, I thought to myself, wow, we've got quite a long way to go here. This is going to hurt me. But it never did.
Didn't hurt me either.
They've got it right, haven't they?
Yeah, I think so. I liked my seat. It was lovely. Didn't slip much. I slipped quite a lot on the Versys.
It's got like a bit of a rough chance. It's got these little ridges as well.
Didn't slip anywhere near as much.
So we've got full panniers on. So Yamaha have got a full luggage set that they put on. Must say, on this bike, it were amazing. The panniers for this bike are so good.
Yeah.
You can see it's got like these little ridges. When you lift the handle up here, you have a look. Can you see that? It's got like that mechanism.
Yeah.
See this? So that goes in there.
Yeah.
And then that's
Definitely on.
How quick's that?
Very quick.
Like a lot of this stuff you have to back at that with.
Okay. So we've got two side ones now, haven't we?
This one.
Uh-huh.
I think the main thing is you get this there. That's what Brian at Moto said.
Yeah.
And then you can just see a bit of left. Then we've got those top bits there. Then when we do this,
So that's secure it in position.
so easy. What do you think?
Yeah, that looked super simple.
And this is obviously at the minute we've got our classic 350 Royal Enfield, and you know, we want to do two-up riding on there, which we're doing. And if we did a tour on that, well, we're looking into panniers for that. And Oxford do this thing called Heritage Series. You can put it on any bike, and I thought that'd be a good idea, because when we sell the Royal Enfield, we can take that stuff with us. But there's one problem with it, I think, and that's that it has to be attached to the bike. So if we were here last night, we'd have had to take all the seat off and everything else.
Oh, no.
We don't want that, do we?
No.
We want something like this where we can just...
Yes, because we couldn't take the bike down to where we were staying.
Yeah.
This was very convenient for us, wasn't it?
It's been so convenient.
So same again?
Same again this
This is the first time you've done this.
I know.
Because
Yeah, I
VMO
can
put
do
it
it.
on for you, didn't they?
I can do it any way you can do it.
Really simple.
This, you know, might not seem like a big thing for you guys, but for us, we've never...
It's new to us.
We've never
It's our
stayed
first
in a
thing.
hotel or another place on a bike with luggage, and we could just pick it off and
brilliant,
go.
Brilliant.
One thing we are shocked at is that you don't really get that much room.
No, you can't pack a lot, can you? We travel relatively lightly, but there's not that much room, and I didn't want to squash them to make them, you know, too heavy.
Yeah.
I presume there's weight restrictions on them.
That's 5 kilos, that top box.
Yeah.
So that's not a lot, really, especially if you're carrying any security.
So I wonder if these are similar. Don't know about that.
I have to have a
But
look.
we were quite light, just because I was frightened that they would fall off.
Yeah.
And I don't want that to happen.
So, and that's just for us for one night.
Yes.
So if we get into this touring lark, then we want to do more than one night.
Yeah, I need to work that out. I'm sure it'll be fine, but yeah.
Yeah, you're going to have
Need some tips on that, I think.
I think you'd have to wear a lot of your stuff and then just have, you know, like when people go on Ryanair and they wear their entire thing just to save money on a case. I've got friends that have done that.
Yeah. Have you done that?
I've not done that. I've thought about it though. So yeah, so that were really interesting about the luggage, the way that the luggage works on this bike. We've got nothing to compare it to apart from a top box on our Versys, but it was so easy. It looks like I thought that panniers would be a total and utter faff.
So how did it feel for you? Because it's making it wider, isn't it?
It's not even a problem. I didn't even think about it. You know, because you were on the back and because it's not my bike, I didn't do much in the way of filtering. You know?
So you don't feel them wobble? Is that a silly question?
Yeah, no.
You don't feel them?
No. One thing that I would say is when you are riding this bike two up with luggage, it's doesn't really, you can't tell that much that you've got somebody on there, apart from the odd time. And it just reminds you that you've got a bit of weight, and you can feel it sometimes. We had to do a couple of U-turns, didn't we?
We did, yeah.
And when we did the U-turn, it just like caught me. Oh, all right, yeah, I've got some more weight. Yeah. But I think it's because it's that smooth. This CP3 engine, the same one that they've got in MT09, but it's that smooth with the 3 cylinders, and everything works so well that you've got this false sense of security that you're just gliding along. Yeah. Suspension on this is amazing, isn't it? Brilliant,
because some of the roads were ideal, but didn't bother me for 1 second.
Well,
Did you?
No. The handling of it were perfect all the way along. But I think, you know, with the state of the UK roads as they are, you can see why adventure bikes are really popular to soak it up.
1,000,000%, yeah.
But this did really well. It's just like you just glided across. We never got us fillings rattling. You haven't got any fillings, have you?
I don't have any fillings, no.
I have. I had a bad dentist that were just, you know, but just kept billing NHS. Oh, look at Andy's teeth. He's been eating sweets. And I hadn't. Anyway, that's a different story. So we went up to Scarborough. It was so nice to go through Scarborough, weren't it, on this? One thing that did take a little bit of getting used to is that this has got the YAMT. And I think it was the MT09 I tried that got that. It's the automatic version of these bikes. So there's no clutch. And at first, it's a little bit weird.
Did you like it?
Well, I think I was grateful for it with touring.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think this is what I think about this. If I want to go out for like a spirited ride on my own, I like the clutch.
Spirited.
I like to feel the clutch. I like to be engaged in it. That's, you know, one of the best things about riding, you know, is like
the control,
working the controls. But if you're doing 5, 6, 7 hours, that can get a bit tiring on your, on your hands. So that were really good. It's just a blipper. You got to get used to it. The finger goes up a gear, the thumb goes down a gear. I was lucky enough to take this out before we did our tour, and I got it the wrong way around, and I got the front end up a little bit, only slightly.
Wheelies?
Well, I don't think it were a wheelie. It might have come a couple of millimetres off the top because, I mean, it's got plenty of power in this bike. So.
And how did you find that clutch then?
Well, there isn't a clutch. So there's no clutch. So you got to try and think that you've got 100 and odd brake horsepower, like instantly there.
With no clutch.
No clutch. So for the most part of it, it was fine. I got used to it. I got really into this. I turned it out of automatic, but when we dropped into Scarborough, I put it into automatic mode simply because everything seems to be on this bike on your left index and thumb. You got your indicators, horn, and now your gears. This is a different movement to that.
Busy hand.
Yeah, it's very busy. So, you know, like when you try and change down a gear and then you're trying to indicate and everything else. So sometimes when you're getting used to it, you can miss it a little bit.
Okay.
But the bike helps you because instead of stalling, it'll actually take you down a gear
quite
on
clever,
its own. It's
it
very
knows what
clever.
you're trying to do.
Yeah, but it's that clever. It kind of sits in the background. There's loads of rider aids, and both of the bikes that we own, they don't have any rider aids on. But they don't seem to get in the way of anything, do
Did
they?
you use many of the aids then? Not really.
No, there's 3 different modes,
Okay.
and then there's some custom modes as well. But and then there's the automatic and manual transmission. We put it in rain mode when you first got on.
Because it was a bit rainy.
Yeah, because I know from when I took it out, I had it in sports mode, and it can be quite progressive, if you like. But the rain mode, it just kind of dulls it all down.
Okay, and you can feel that then?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, definitely. It definitely dulls it down. So it just takes that, you know,
Just a bit more.
that bite off it. But it made it smoother for you.
Yeah, great. Very enjoyable.
So we find, but then we did move into street mode.
We did.
Did you feel a difference in that?
Not really. I was still very comfortable.
Yeah.
Naive to it all. Yeah.
Yeah. But we didn't go into sports mode. I saved you from
Did I
the
do that at
sports
all?
mode. No, I didn't put you in
goodness,
sports
good.
mode. But we had some amazing weather, and we rode all the way up through Scarborough up to Whitby. We found a really good biker cafe. What was it called? Whistle Stop.
Yep.
So
Near the harbour.
Yeah, near the harbour. You can park your bikes up. You probably know it if you've been up to Whitby, but if not, then that's a really good spot. We actually found in Scarborough, we got 2 motorcycle stops in there, didn't we?
Yeah. Yeah, we did. Yeah, in Scarborough. Yeah, we did.
And you know, this might be totally normal to you, but to us, we're used to being in cars.
We've never done it before, have we?
No. We're used to being in cars and motorhomes.
Yeah.
So you think, oh, it's busy. Do we really want to go in there and get parked up?
Yeah.
But when you're on a bike, well, you can just get in.
It was brilliant.
It was so easy. It was
We
like
were lucky as well. Maybe a bit of luck. You know, there's always a space for us. We'd never had a problem, did we, getting anywhere?
No, it were easy. I don't know if it's different in summer, like big summer, but it was
Brilliant.
like a stress-free experience,
Really
weren't
enjoyed it, didn't we?
Yeah. So we carried on going up through the coast. When we got to the moors, we knew that we'd got a bit of bad weather coming. So we wanted to try and get the tour done in time. It was supposed to arrive at 4 o'clock.
That's right, yes.
But
Heavy rain.
It started, didn't it?
About 3.
About 3 o'clock. And I was at the front here, because weather were coming, I put my heated grips on. I were in my nice little bubble. I were really in a lovely area. You weren't so much, were you?
No, so one thing, I love these handles. I don't normally hold the handles on the bikes that we've got. Don't really get on with it, don't need to. But I think with the wind in the helmet situation, I quite liked these. They're in a good position for me, but they're not heated.
No, you can get them heated, can't you?
Yours are, but these aren't. So you said to me, oh, you're going to have warm hands soon. Hold on, whatever. But the warm hands never arrived.
And it's not a heated seat either. I don't know if you can get them as
Is yours
optional.
heated?
No.
No.
I don't think
Okay.
so. I don't know if you can get them as optional extras. If you could, if we were going to buy this bike and you could have heated
handles, would be great, actually.
Would you?
Yeah.
Would you have them?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you got your own gloves on. You'd got your summer gloves.
I did.
Hadn't you?
I did. I've learnt a lesson from that. I've learnt a lot, actually.
I think we've learnt a lot
I've learnt
from doing
loads
this, haven't
that
we?
didn't consider at all. So I'm a better pillion after this ride, I think. I've learnt a lot more about it. But yeah, love the handles. They're not heated.
So we'll come to what lessons we've learnt about touring right at the end, and tell you what we'd do different, I think.
Yep.
But when it started to rain, what were happening with you then?
Well, I was getting cold because that was by the end of the day. So we'd have been out all day, hadn't we? Which was fantastic in the sunshine. Not a problem. Happy. Bit windy, but I think I got used to that. On the country roads, it wasn't as bad. But when we were exposed, it was the problem for me. So coming back in the rain and the wind, it was just a wet, windy mess, really.
And you wanted to just... you wanted to just get home, didn't you?
Yeah, I had enough. So we talked about going home on the country roads to help with the wind, but I was like, well, let's just get home because this is just not enjoyable anymore, which is such a shame.
So we ended up on the A1.
Back on the A1, yeah.
It were blowing a gale, it was windy.
There was a lot of traffic jams, roadworks,
What
lots
about-
of fast lorries.
Your gear, you've got that Oxford, what's yours?
Mondial.
Did it soak
Brilliant.
through? Oh, brilliant.
Dry as a whistle underneath there.
What's-
Boots, great.
What about, which boots did you wear?
I've got those Falcos.
Falco.
Feet are dry.
They were the leather
Feet
ones.
were a bit cold,
Right.
but they were dry.
Okay. What about your core? Were you warm enough?
Yeah, I'd got a couple of layers on my core. Got wind blowing up my sleeves.
Right.
So I got my hands were freezing cold, my fingers, and then kind of like this bit of my arm was a bit cold, really.
I could feel you putting your hands behind my back to block them.
I was putting my hands here, yeah, just to kind of keep them out the wind, really.
So when you got your hands on the handrail,
Just freezing.
freezing.
Yeah.
On mine, on the Stormland, it's got an inner sleeve.
Yeah.
So that when I put my glove on, it kind of like, it totally seals it.
Yeah, I don't have that.
No. It's such a good feature,
Yep.
is that?
Yeah, I don't have that.
Because I rode through last winter and I was never ever cold. In fact, the Oxford Stormland gear, I think, is the best thing that I bought
You really rate it,
gear-wise.
don't you?
I can't fault it. I know that
And your boots.
the boots, the Alpine Star boots, are great as well. You know, I can't fault it. I've gone back to putting the thermal stuff in now, and I'm never ever cold. Never cold.
Yeah, okay.
So that's something to think about then.
Yeah, so I've learned, again, really, I had a long sleeve t-shirt on, but I think I might even buy some sort of thermal.
Base layers, you can get base layers.
I think I need to do that. I've not considered it.
We've got to think, although...
How foolish, but I didn't really think about it.
No, although the weather's changed,
Yep.
we're still not cold. We're still in double digits.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
this is...
It's not even cold yet, really, is it?
And you want to ride through winter,
Yep.
don't you? So it's been a good eye-opener.
I need to think about that.
So
My
before...
core was warm, yeah. It was just
Yeah.
these, like, fingers and toes that was the problem, really.
So before we get into what we do differently from all this, when we were coming back on the A1, this was a feature of this bike that I've not experienced apart from there. And because it's automatic, when you're in stop-start traffic, it's very prominent when the drive chain like kicks in.
Yeah, you can hear it. I could hear it.
It's like clicking like that, and it's a little bit...
It jolts you a bit.
It's a bit jolty, yeah. So when it's raining and you got extra weight and you're trying to just keep up with traffic, I had to really concentrate.
I know you did, yeah. I know you did. And I felt a bit uncomfortable because I thought, oh goodness, I can hear this noise.
Yeah. So you can't feather the clutch out. And that's the only time where I felt that this system was maybe not optimal for that.
Was it doing its job though by doing that?
Oh, it did. I think you'd get used to it. It's definitely not a game changer at all, but it was something that it's like, whoa.
Yeah.
Even bringing this, out of the garage and into here to film this, it's, you are like, well, if I go too far, I could go through this wall here.
Yeah, okay.
But you don't. It's weird how you can have so much control over it.
Yeah.
Because essentially it's like a scooter, but the most powerful scooter you'll ever ride.
Yep.
So, with two of us on, it's not limitless power that I was surprised to find. So we do ride with the Versys Pillion and with the Royal Enfield. And when you whack this back with two of us on and luggage, it's not like endless power. It does have to get itself going.
With the Royal Enfield, definitely.
But this one, which is what surprised me.
That's right, yeah.
I thought that maybe, you get that. Because if you ride this solo, which you can watch in that other video, I don't think you need much more power than this. So why would you get a 1200, 1300 GS? But I think I can see why.
Why?
Well, for the extra weight, to make that difference.
Yeah, okay.
To make it so that it makes no difference if you've got it or not. So, I'm building my understanding of bikes and why you'd
We're learning about it, aren't we?
Yeah, we're learning about it. Okay.
I have one more thing to talk about.
Yeah.
About getting on and off.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So again, I'm learning as a pillion. So, and this is my first bike with the luggage on the sides.
Yeah.
And I found it quite difficult to get on and off this bike. The pegs for me, my foot pegs, I'm in a position where I can't actually get my whole foot on because of the luggage.
Right.
So I'm getting on and kind of like dancing around to get on.
Oh, is that what you were doing?
Yeah. And actually, it's a bit uncomfortable.
Right.
Because if it was slippy or, if I slipped, I would slip off the peg and down. Do you see what I'm trying to say?
Your leg, actually.
And I could scratch your leg down that, whatever. And it was difficult for you because I'm trying to get on it, and of course there's a big box here too. My leg's going right over, and I think I didn't mean to, but I was pushing on you a little bit,
right,
to try and to help me, I suppose, to get on it. I don't know if that's normal because of all the stuff that we had on here, but I found it very uncomfortable. I think the pegs for me, again, I don't know. So maybe what people say that's foolish to say, but didn't seem to be in the right position to give me the foot. I've only got small feet to get over. So if you'd got quite big feet, it would be even more difficult to get on the back.
Clown's feet.
Yeah.
Well, let us know.
Just an observation for me.
If you've got one of these and you ride Pillion, is there a bit of a...
there could be knack to getting on these that I just haven't mastered yet or worked out yet.
Well, I have found this, different bikes. It's like even bringing different bikes into here, they're all slightly different. You have to approach it a bit different because of the size of them. And the more you do it, the easier it gets. I can get the Versys in here really easy now. I can get the Royal Enfield in really easy now. This one, it's like, oh, you got to check your markers just to make sure you can get it in.
Yep. So hopefully I'll pick up a better way of doing that, which is more comfortable for you, and make it a bit smoother for me to get on and off.
I think as well, there is a bit of a general theme where you just struggle getting on and off of pretty much all of the bikes that we get.
Is that because I'm small?
Yeah, it might
I don't know. Or is it because I've got dodgy knees?
What's the easiest bike that you've been on to get on and off?
To get on the Royal Enfield.
Yeah.
Probably the Royal Enfield to get on.
What about to get off?
It's quite difficult to get off the Royal Enfield.
What about the Versys? Is that...
Versys is probably quite easy, actually, because we've got no luggage on it, actually, have we?
No.
So, scratch that, yeah. The Versys is probably the easiest to get on and off.
On and off?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. So, last thing I'm going to say about touring on this bike before we talk about the lessons that we've learned, and then I'm going to ask you which is your favourite Pillion bike, actually, because I think that'll be interesting. So the one thing that caught me out with this bike, it can go up to £17,000, 17,000 something.
Is that a basic cost?
No, that's like the top level.
Okay.
I don't know
all the whistles and bells on it.
No, I think you can have extras on.
Okay.
So, but it's a touring bike. So when I got on it, I thought, oh great, we'll just put in that we're going to Scarborough. Where? There's nowhere to put it in. It's got no sat-nav on it. Now, I think you can have like Garmin something. So I downloaded the Garmin app, but then that wanted me to plug it into the head unit and I couldn't work out how to do that. The timer against us. And then I got the Yamaha My Ride app, but then you have to get the Yamaha Link Ride.
Okay.
I could not get that to get sat-nav. Now, I might be missing something, but it's not the easiest vehicle to get sat-nav on. And I think, really,
but it's a tourer.
On my Versys, with the Ayuchi thing, I can just mirror my phone. And I can have Waze, I can have Google Maps.
I know where we're going, don't we?
I can have Calimoto if I really want that, if I want to go around in a massive loop. Have you used Calimoto? I can't get it to work properly. Remember, we were going around Wortley for about 4 hours.
We've been here before. We've not achieved anything.
Let us know in comments what you think to Calimoto.
Yeah, but we've got no sat-nav on this then, and we're going all this way.
Yeah, so I think that's a bit of an oversight by Yamaha, that you can't have CarPlay or Android.
Well, we can't figure it out anyway.
Yeah. Or are we missing something? Let us know, because I would not want to put another device on here because it's a ruined look of it. The idea is that it's it's the idea is that we want it to be all contained. So we couldn't
really go to Europe comfortably then.
No, you just have to go Dover, where we're going Paris, follow road signs for Paris. Yeah. It wasn't a problem. It was quite fun actually, trying to work his way around.
Yeah, we stopped, didn't we?
Yeah, but I think I would like that option. So that would be my thing about this bike.
I've got a strange question.
Right.
How much to fill the tank?
Oh, we're about £18.
£18.
Very fuel efficient.
That's important to know. It's
probably on par with the Versys, but for double power.
Okay, interesting, yeah.
So there's some magic going off with Yamaha there, isn't there? They've made a 3-cylinder engine run leaner than the other one. So what lessons did you take from our first mini tour, Claire?
Dress appropriately.
What are you going to change then?
So it was, when we set off, it was the sun was fully out. It wasn't really that cold. So I just thought, I'll put on a small t-shirt. It was long sleeve, but it's quite thin really. And I got some like leggings on underneath my big Oxford. But I've learnt that, it could be sunny, but it can be cold. So that's a problem. Make sure I wear big winter gloves, probably the biggest problem that was causing me the most problem with the cold fingers. So just the dress. I need to think more about the dress because I've never done this in the winter before. Really important for me that I do that.
And for me, I think my biggest lessons that I'd take from it is that you can read all the reviews in the world about bikes and what other people think of them, but it's very personal to your personal circumstances. Because of our heights, it's different. Maybe if you were taller, I'd block you more. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
So, we've got to work that out. And, if you're going to buy a bike predominantly for two-up touring, it's a joint decision.
Yeah, I want you to be very comfortable, but I suppose
likewise
if I'm uncomfortable, it's not great for you.
No, that's
is it? Because I'm going to be saying I'm cold now, or my bum's uncomfortable, I need to get off.
It's going to shorten your ride and everything else.
So great.
So that's something to think about. But maybe I think for you, because of the wind going in your helmet, that could be the helmets.
It could, rather than the back, it could be the helmet.
Because just talking about helmets, I've got a love-hate relationship with my Schubert helmet.
C5, is it?
C5. It was very expensive. It's premium. The paint's coming off. I have problems with the pin lock. Stephen at Viamoto did sort it all out. It's put me a new visor in. It's put me a new pin lock in. But with the weather being as it is, the pin lock is actually fogging up again. So I'll go and see him. Good thing about Stephen down there, he'll take it back. He'll sort it out. We'll get to the bottom of it. But so it is fogging up. However, the way that the helmet works compared to yours is that my chin is totally sealed.
Yeah.
And I've got no wind that goes up there. It's totally sealed. And that's why...
Mine's got 2 holes.
You've got 2 holes, yeah. But you don't get any fogging up.
Not a single piece of fog ever.
Because you're well ventilated. Yep. And my helmet is very well ventilated, but I just need to tighten this pin lock up. And I think Stephen was saying that as temperatures change, then the pin lock it just like moves away. So when he sorted it last time, it did work, and he tightened it up, and then it sealed it all. But the problem was then with summer, because the temperatures went up, it actually cracked the visor because it was that tight.
Yeah.
So we need to tighten that up on there.
So maybe with my other HGJC helmet, I forget what it's called now. It's called something really cool. Maybe that's got more protection here. More wind protection. I think you can get wind protectors. I think
you can get helmets. A bit more. So we'll have to have a look into that for you.
Yeah.
And then in there. So I think... They're the lessons that we've learned. There's a lot to learn, isn't there? You think, it's easy. You could just, look at that Tracer. Everybody loves it, and everybody does love this bike, and I 100% get it. And you'll see my solo review of it, and whether I'd buy one just for me, you can have a look at that when it comes out. But, although there's all that really good press about it, you got to try them out. And our experience will be totally different to yours. So my recommendation, if you're looking at one of these, just get yourself down to the dealership and sit on it and go and take it out for a spin on it.
So would you go out on this again?
Yeah.
I would. I'd go on it now and go out again. Despite what I've said, I would go out on this again tomorrow, today, whatever. We like it.
We weren't tired on it, were we?
Absolutely not. And if it was a sunny day, I wouldn't have had all these problems.
No.
I'd have been like, oh yeah, great.
But even having those problems, did it take the shine off it?
No.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah.
Is motorbike touring something you want to get into?
1000% yes.
Oh, that's really good to know.
I want to go out again on whatever bike.
Okay.
Properly.
So, out of all 3 bikes for two-up touring, so the Royal Enfield Classic 350, Kawasaki Versys 650, or the Yamaha Tracer 9 GT, what's your choice?
But it's a bit tricky because they've all got ups and downs, pros and cons, haven't they? So I think, if it wasn't as windy and my helmet wasn't a problem, this bike.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't have experienced, I wouldn't have been cold, I'd have had a better view on it.
Okay, and for what reason?
Because I think I've got it's very comfy here and here. I like the handles. You can see around.
Okay.
It's not as loud as the Versys. That seems quite loud.
Yeah.
Quite noisy, that bike, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, she's very noisy.
What's going on here?
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? I think...
It's not that loud. I mean, you can hear it rasping, but it's not
No.
Does it scream like the Versys, does it?
No, it does scream. It screams the Versys. Now that I've been shown how to ride it properly. And that's one of the things with this, because you're not getting that sound as a rider, and because you've got this lovely screen on here, it's... you're like in a little bubble, and it's like, oh, I must be doing 30, and you look down, it's like, no, I'm not doing 30, I'm doing more than that. So you've got to keep your eye on it, on that.
So you've asked me my favourite, about you?
2 up, this.
Really?
100%. For 2 up,
even though it's heavy?
It's not that heavy. It's only just, I don't want to give you a wrong impression.
Okay.
It's only every
heavier.
now and again.
Yeah.
It's only, you can't feel it. It's only every now and again.
Okay.
But if it were for 2 up touring, if we were going to go, right, we're going to do this, we're going to invest some big money into it, then this would be my choice out of the 3.
Yep.
However, we haven't done this 2 up touring thing on any other bike.
I'd like to try it on a GS.
Would you?
I'd like to try it on a Harley.
On a Harley?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. GS, yeah. Well, there's loads of different things that we can do. There's a Kawasaki Versys 1000 or 1100.
I'd be interested in that as well.
I think you've got your eye on one of them.
Maybe, yeah.
But the idea with them is, I think sometimes when I was doing this, did it feel a bit boring riding? Maybe, but that's, I think, because it's just so good. If you're doing miles with a passenger,
Does it for you?
It's not the same as solo riding, is it? So what we do is, it's, you know, it's, if it does its job properly, it's a bit mundane because you get there relaxed and lovely. It's, I suppose it's like if you're driving a S-Class Mercedes, it's not the most exhilarating ride, but you get there in lovely, feeling refreshed.
Yeah, comfortable.
Yeah. Or if you fly first class, not that I ever have, but I'd imagine you get there and you're comfortable.
A bit more refreshed.
It's not going to be as exciting as doing loop-the-loop, is it? No. That's where they are. So yeah, I definitely would. I'd take this out again. Oh, and by the way, this is it's keyless, and I like that keyless thing. And the good thing about these is they're keyless, but you can actually fill up without putting a key into this.
That's handy.
It is, because I think on GSs, you've got to get your key out on some of them.
Okay.
And that annoys people. You know, you're fumbling for your key.
Yeah.
So that's it. This is our mini tour and the lessons that we've learned. So we're going to take that, have a bit of a think about it. Give us some tips, please. You guys are further in front than us. And if you are thinking about your first mini tour or tour in general, because you're new to biking, then hopefully we've given you some things to think about. The next video, we are back on the Classic 350. And we are going for a big ride out.
Oh, can't wait for that.
I know. So we shall see you there if you're going to be there on Sunday for the big Royal Enfield worldwide bike ride. I can't wait to see what everybody else has done.
See you there if you're there.
And we're going to show everybody what we've done to our bike and hopefully get to speak to them. So that's coming next. And then after that, we'll go back to this bike. I'll tell you what I think of it myself. So we shall see you soon.
Have a good week.
Thanks for watching. Bye.